Good evening. I'm going to call the Butler Township Board of Trustees meeting to order on Tuesday, July 23rd at 6 p.m. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our first item of business tonight is the approval of minutes for our regular meeting of July 9th. Mr. Thein, do you have any comments? All right. Do I have a motion for approval?
Oops. Forgot why. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second?
Mr. Thein?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes. All right. Our fourth item today is a presentation on the promotional ceremony for Sergeant Jim Hawkins. Chief Porter.
Thank you. Tonight I'm honored to promote and swear in Jim Hawkins as Butler Township's new police sergeant. Jim started with Butler Township in May of 2019, and he came to us with 12 years of prior experience with Clay Township, where he worked as a detective and a sergeant. Prior to law enforcement, Jim worked in construction and transitioned to law enforcement when the recession hit. Jim and his wife Hannah enjoy traveling and especially cruises. They also foster canines for the Miami Valley Pit Crew Rescue, and Jim officially started his position as a sergeant on July the 7th, replacing Sergeant Chris Hammond, who was recently accepted the position as a special contractor with the military. Jim is currently assigned to the afternoon shift, supervising several of our junior officers. Jim, if you would join me up front here for the swearing. Solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America, the Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of full-time police sergeant for Butler Township, Montgomery County, Ohio, to which I am appointed.
I'm in shorts. I've been running all day.
We'll do it from the waist up.
Just the legs. Yeah. Just the legs.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Hannah, do you want to? Bob. Why don't you do those two first?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. You guys don't have to stay.
Just trying to be polite, weren't you?
Thank you for coming. Wonderful. Very grateful, Chief, for your work and for that wonderful promotion ceremony. The next item is our public comments section, and we've got a 3-minute section here for each resident who has something that they would like to share. So if you have something to share, please come, state your name, your current address, and anything that you would like to share with the trustee board.
Kevin Snyder, 7640 Peters Pike. I've came here last summer, tried to perpetuate getting my property repaired, and somebody finally acknowledging what's taken place over the past 20 years at my property. And like, no one wanted to move that forward, so it's left me no choice but to move forward. So I want to just show the trustees some pictures, show the evidence that I have, drill down on a couple questions of how some of this stuff has occurred over the past, really 6 or 8 years now. But, you know, just knowing that my best friend grew up here, so that's my property when I purchased it. Been there since the 70s or 80s, playing in them woods. This is after the neighborhood.
Continue.
There's a couple things I want to drill down on. One is, at the very beginning, Joe Flanagan came at me wanting to rezone my property. I didn't want him to rezone it. I fought that. Ever since they started the neighborhood, their perception to me is that I was rezoned. So this whole time, the things they've been writing me up on that pertain to the neighborhood and different things, I have 62 pages of codes. So that's called coding someone off their property. So that's what they've been trying to do to me. I moved my company up to Dixie, or 40, that's where I first met Erica. I ended up catching Dressler up on my property. I tried to file a restraining order against him at that point. They wouldn't let me. He harassed me from the beginning, trying to get me off my property. I showed you last summer, but I can show you again right here. The intention was always to get my property from the builder. There's where he's highlighted above the plat plans, how they intend to, after they get rid of me, get my property. Here's where they rezoned.
Where are you at on here?
Right here, where they,
Right here?
yep, where they show later they're gonna get access to my property after they figure out how to get rid of me. Okay, no one knew I had that. They told me they rezoned me, but if you look right here, I'm still red, so they never rezoned me. So I don't even know how many of the 60-some pages of stuff they've written up on me since '06 is actually legit, because I'm not part of that neighborhood. Gravel in front of my foundation and all this other stuff. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm legally bound to, because they've been lying to me about what I actually am zoned. So here you can see my neighbor, and this is my first neighbor north. I want to know, did he get a permit to put that gravel down? Because they threw me in jail for this. And not only that, they were instructed to only get me in front of the judge in the daytime and arrest me, so I do 30 days. And that's per the cop that took me downtown, and that's also per Todd Stanley, or whatever, the old cop officer. And I want to know, who's responsible for that? Whose decision was that to put an APB warrant out on me with no explanation of what it is? It just said civil. Then when Todd saw me in the nighttime, he'd say, "You better get that taken care of." They're dumb enough to arrest me for something I didn't even do. Let them. So I let them. They chased me around here for 18 months. They caught me. tried to get me in front of the judge, so I do 30 days. I bailed out, but I went to court, charged me $12,500 fine, and it cost me $7,800 to fix the gravel one more time. Okay, that's just that one incident. So my question, I have a couple questions on that, is how did I go from always being coded and have to go to Vandalia to now I'm in front of a felony court judge, Atkins, on a violation of my property? So where did that transpire? How did I get from Vandalia Court, where I'm supposed to be, to downtown in front of Judge Atkins with the instructions to only get me in front of him to do 30 days in jail because I told her I'm not fixing it? These two.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm just telling you my questions. This is what we need to drill down on.
I mean,
Okay?
Kevin, if I can just say really quick, like, I mean, we've walked through some of these things. You've walked through these.
No, I've never walked through any of these, but go ahead. I'm just laying it out. So
I-
I'm telling you, I have a complaint filed.
Okay.
But these are the questions, see? So now I'm being written up because I have stuff outside and I don't have a building to put in. I already came and tried to build a building, okay? Erica Vogel told me I can't build a building, and I'm trying to determine, I don't even know what she means by this.
Okay, I don't even know what year this is. So
Are
you
you-
have a current zoning issue? I don't know.
Something right now?
I don't know.
Some guy named Nathan is on me about my bus and a bunch, I don't even know what it, he wrote me up this the other day, which is the same thing they've been writing me up from the
Yeah,
beginning.
so it would be,
It's the same stuff.
your property would be under residential zoning code, our residential zoning.
Right. And what
I'm not
saying
aware
is-
of current violation. I'm not aware of any current
But what
violation.
I'm saying is if everyone's so concerned about the condition of my property, how about acknowledging who destroyed it and repairing it? How do you expect me to get, move forward to repair anything when when my property's destroyed? You want me to care about how much, like, I didn't turn it into a gravel parking lot. I had water damage, and that was just how I moved forward to repair it so that I could actually not walk through ankle-deep water. So this is stuff that happened years ago, and I'm willing to sit down, but I have a complaint now that I have to file because no one will work with me to move it forward without me suing you. Right here, I just got this recently. That's the new guy. Bert's gone, so there's no one down there colluding with whoever to ignore the water. This gives you the prior land height in 2000 compared to the land height in 2022. But right off my property line, they raised it 6 feet, 7 feet. So because Bert Kelsey came out, who's not even an engineer, he's not qualified to make these calls per the people downtown now, told Erica, oh, there's no problem, there's no water problem. So then she just climbed right on. Well, since I can't prove a water problem, well, I had an engineer come out, there's a water problem. So my only option at that point was just let it go. Like, now it's completely destroyed. I mean, I tried to fix this 20 years ago before it destroyed my property, and they weren't having it. So my point is, I have all this evidence. I've showed you that multiple things they've done. I can move forward with the suit if that's where I'm at. I mean, I have to have my property fixed. Miss Nutt is the last one that was built. Mike just built right here. Additional water. Every time they add a house, there's 3 more houses up the road. It just brings more and more water.
So the development, they have to take all of these things through the county. And so all of their development processes is all approved and gone through the county. Those don't go through our offices.
Right.
So, I mean, if there are complaints specifically that you have related to the development practices, those do need to go through the county. We legitimately do not have any say over what goes on there.
So when Mark Stewart came out last summer and he walked my property, who's with the county engineers, and he said, yeah, this is wasted, this is mangled, who do I notify at the township? And I gave him Erica Vogel's name. Why did he ask me that? If he's got to notify someone at the township?
I do not know the answer to that question.
Yeah, and we weren't notified of anything, so.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because as soon as he got down, he didn't realize he wasn't supposed to say nothing. You know, it's been a big, I don't know where it's coming from, but no one wants to fix the property. They thought they were gonna outlast me. I've been here 23 years. I'm not going anywhere. The property has to be fixed.
Because with the engineer, like that's, I mean, it's county engineer, and those are things that the developers, they have to go through approval processes. And if developers have cut corners on residential areas, I mean, if all of these things are happening, those are county things.
Yeah, I understand, but the colluding to get my property, the Erica Vogel going in court and saying that, no one's ever had interest in my property at the township. That's called perjury.
Well, we can't.
Went into court and said, no one's ever had interest. Well, I know that's a lie based on coding me off for 20 years and the evidence that I have where they've had the plans from the beginning to get my house. They've been after my house for 23 years.
Hey, Mr. Jackson, I'm sorry, but I think I've been put in a role of trying to watch the 3 minutes. This is obviously an issue that
Well, yeah,
don't
it's,
fit 3 minutes. Could I make a suggestion that you write all that down to give a chance for folks to look at it?
I mean, I've
Yeah.
got.
It sounds like you probably-
But this is just the water. Just throw me in jail over the water damage and all that I didn't do. This isn't nothing to do with the 20 years and all the other shit that's next suit.
And anything further that you want to pass along to us, please do. And obviously, you know, we will do our best to make ourselves available. If there are steps that you need to take regarding any litigation, you are welcome to do that. And also, if there are further steps that you need to take with the county as well, I would encourage you when it comes to some of the things related to the development. Those are county things. So I'm sorry that our
Yeah,
I don't think we can answer all of your
I'm not here to get resolution. I'm just telling you, in 2 weeks, I'm coming back. This is gonna be in court, Channel 7 or whoever's gonna be here. I've got MontgomeryCountyMafia.com website. I'm gonna put it all up there, and I'm gonna open it up to everybody else in the county that's been, this kind of shit's happened to, and I'll take the hit. I've already spent 20 years of it, like, I'm gonna finish it.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure nobody else has to deal with this kind of shit from the government employees again. So, I have no choice,
thanks for your time.
so. I appreciate it.
All right. If there is any other public comment? Seeing none, we will move forward with the administrator's recommendations. Ms. Vogel.
Okay, tonight we have one resolution on the agenda, resolution number 24-31, a resolution to place adoption of limited home rule on the ballot. That will be for this November 5th, 2024 election. And if the voters would vote to approve limited home rule, it would go into effect on January 1st, 2025. I know we've been talking about limited home rule for some time now, and we just want to give the voters an opportunity to be able to take advantage of those benefits if they would like to of limited home rule. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll simply remind those who are in attendance and then any as well who tune in online, just that we have had some of these conversations with the township over the years, and the benefit analysis of what it could be for the township. That's up for the residents to decide ultimately. So we believe that the residents should have the right to choose on whether this is a step that they want us to take. The other townships in Montgomery County who have done this would be Miami Township and Washington Township, which are other more suburban townships in Montgomery County. And so we believe that this could be a step that the township residents of Butler may want to take. So we will put it before them.
Yep.
Any other comments
Nope.
from Mr. Thein on that?
Yep.
Yes. So, yeah, so we'll host a couple town halls here, first of all, and I think, you know, our desire is to educate to the best of our ability from the township. And then I think as well there will probably be some residents that will be a part of, you know, some attempts to get the word out about what all this might entail. So as a township, obviously we just present this as a bipartisan, like we would love you to have a say on it, and we'll give pros and cons. And then, you know, there may be residents that will like either advocate for or against. We'll see.
Yeah.
There is also, there's a link on our website with frequently asked questions and some other links to go to get more information about home rule. So you can visit our website Under the community information tab, there's a link there.
Yeah, we're planning to have communication going out between now and November. We'll start putting communications out so everybody knows what we're looking at, and some of the issues at Miller Lane, we're hoping that'll help with that. So that's gonna be, that's our biggest, yeah, we're in the process right now, just trying to raise money just to get the campaign off the ground. Yep, yep.
All right. I have no further comment. Do we have a motion for this resolution? Mr. Chairman?
Yes. I make a motion for resolution number 24-31, a resolution to place adoption of limited home rule on the ballot.
Second.
Mr. Tyne?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Okay, and next I have a motion to approve a grave buyback request to the Anthony Trustee Memorial Foundation in the amount of $875. These were 2 grave plots that the foundation had purchased that they no longer are needing.
Okay. No comment?
No comment. Okay, I make a motion to approve a grave buyback request to the Anthony Trishel Memorial Foundation in the amount of $875.
Second.
Mr. Tyne?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes. Alrighty. Fairly short on the recommendations tonight.
Yeah.
So not too shabby. We have an opportunity for any informal business. Chief Porter.
I have nothing tonight, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Well done on continuing to train our police officers and leaders. Appreciate that. Chief A-League.
I have no report.
Wow.
All right. Mr. Barnett.
Asphalt crews started Monday. Meeker Woods, Echoing Oaks, Irvine Road, Elvira, and Elkhorn. They'll be completed tomorrow. Frost Road will be completed next week. And then obviously the rest of the roads after the concrete repair.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Has the concrete repair been going at Stillwater Woods?
Good saw cutting still. They've only got one guy working in there as of right now, so, which is fine. It gives us a chance to double check measurements and all that. So we've been busy with it, so, yep, we're doing well.
Have you heard any reports from the county on any feedback overall at when they put in those stop signs right out there outside of Stillwater Woods at Meeker and Frederick and Meeker and Dogleg?
I have not.
I've driven through there a couple times myself and felt like, it's not too bad.
No, I think the county did a good job on the, what they call a speed table, I guess, not a speed bump, a speed table. Traffic flows good through there. I mean, so right now I have no complaints, just hoping they hold up to a snowplow. So outside of that, should be all right.
That's good. All right, Ms. Vogel.
Yeah, so Benchwood station improvements are moving along. They've been working in the Miller-Benchwood intersection. Plan to finish up there this week and then begin the closure at the roundabout at Maxton. That should be starting on Friday. So they will put that closure in place on Friday. Hopefully the project continues to move along ahead of schedule like it has been. It is planned to be closed for 60 days. We're hoping it will not be that long. But yeah, everything is going pretty smoothly, so.
They've made great progress.
Yes.
Great. Mr. Brush.
For the auditor, we are collateralized sufficiently. We're good to go.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
All right, Mr. Tyne.
No, the only thing I've got to say is they've done a great job, I think, on Miller Lane and keeping things moving. I haven't had one complaint from any of the business owners that I've talked to there, so, which is amazing. I thought we'd have a lot of phone calls, but it's a lot going on, and it's some major stuff, but no one seems to be too uptight about it, so, and it needs to get done, so it'll look so much nicer. That's all I have.
Starting Friday. This coming Friday, yep.
And that's the Maxton Miller Lane intersection.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, the current cruise is a couple weeks ahead of schedule right now.
That's just
The intersection itself.
yeah, the intersection at Maxton and Miller will be under construction for approximately 60 days. I'll just say a few things as well. Grateful for the opportunity for the residents to have the ability to vote on home rule in November. I think that will be something good for our people just to think through on what we want Butler Township to be and what kind of ability they want to put in the hands of our employees. I will as well just comment on the public comment earlier, just that I'm grateful for our staff just trying to keep clear standards across the board and doing our best to just treat residents with respect. So I'm grateful for the work of our township offices and just want to continue to encourage them in their work with residents. Obviously can't please everybody, and we do our best to just walk through those things. So grateful for everyone who serves regularly. I think that's about all that I've got.
Okay.
Unless there's anything else?
Very good.
Great.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I need a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Mr. Thein,
Yes.
Mr. Jackson.
Yes. All right, and with that, we will adjourn our meeting at 6:26.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you all for being here.